So what do you mean, Susanna, about a cycle? Well, because you are a cycle, and like I said, you as you grow in age, you basically, let's just put you in tens, 20s, like I said, 30s, 40s, 50s. In every part, or at every cycle, we're counting in tens, there's a turn in your life. When you turn 10, there's a turn. When you turn 20, there's a turn. When you turn 30, there's a turn, 40, and so on. So what happens is that when you were that little child from your mother's womb up to 10 years old, the disappointments, the hurts, the recycled disappointments from your parents' parents are in that time frame where your parents begin to pour out similar disappointment, recycled disappointments from their bloodline over to you. And what happens, my friend, is that you begin to carry those disappointments with you, because they're basically broken cycles that you have not finished, cycles that you have not yet gone past from. When a child turns 10, that's a huge, big cycle for that child. They're going on to the potential teenage years of their new cycle, and that is a huge thing for a child. And what happens is that if they've got disappointments from their childhood, it's going to show up as rebellion in their teenagehood. Then when they turn 20, they become mini adults, and then what happens, the disappointments are showing up in a different cycle, on a different level. And then, my friend, what happens is they go out to find happiness or find love, and they throw out their hope rope, hoping to find love. And what it is in the making is they begin to attract a similar person that has similar cycles, similar disappointments, and they begin to build a foundation of the same recycled cycles from their upbringing. If you're with me, let me have an amen. What's a broken cycle? Well, it's an unfinished circle that just keeps repeating itself. It's a broken circle. And what happens is habitually as humans is we don't finish our old cycles. We don't complete them. They're not in order, and therefore we don't go forward to the next cycle of what it is that we're called to do. I'm going to give you another example. Have you ever met a bitter old man or a bitter old woman? It shows in their countenance. Am I right? Right. Their face begins to screw up. Their face begins to look like the broken cycles of their past. And you know what it is? They begin to live, as they get older, in regret, looking back at where they made their mistakes. They begin to ponder on their broken cycles and where they went wrong, and how it should have been done this way, or I could have done it better that way, or I could have made it perfect, more better. And what happens is now, instead of going forward in their cycles, they begin to regress, and because of that, they begin to live in regret. Yes, regret can be fixed, or the past cycles can be broken. I have someone watching now, you're 60 and you're 70, and you're saying, Susanna, that's me. I'm living in regret, or I'm trying to live my life through my children. I'm going to tell you something. It's time that you grew up. It's time that you began to take accountability for your own mistakes and stop living your life through your children. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to fix up your broken cycles and start acting like a grown-up. Let's sort of ponder on that. Have you ever seen, a couple in their 20s or their 30s and they fight like little children? This, my friend, is a couple that shows exactly what I'm saying, that physically they're grown up, but inwardly they haven't matured. They haven't gone through the cycles at their, when they turn 10 or when they turn 20 or when they turn 30. They haven't matured and promoted and gone through the stages like they ought to have gone through. They've been stunted. By the way, if you need to know more about the teachings, you need to hop on hoperopechurch.com.au or go to the blog site, hoperopechurchblogspot.com.au. Have a look at some of that teaching, or even come and visit us at the Northcote Town Hall. We're there every Sunday. My passion is to empower and equip people with tools so they can overcome. An information booklet on their own map, on who they are, why they are created, and why they need to run their own race and finish their race victorious, so that when you take your last breath, you are going to know that you're dying because you've finished your race. You're not dying because you've got cancer. You're not dying because you've got emphysema. You're not dying because you've died of a heart attack. I'm going to say this again. You're a map, you're a spirit, you have a soul, and you live in a body. And let me tell you, when you're not walking or running your race, and you're carrying baggage and disappointment from your past, your body's going to start to basically rebel against you. Your body's going to show up with sickness and disease. Your body's going to start to rebel and say, hey, you're not made to carry the baggage. You need to go see an open heart surgeon. And this, my friend, is what I specialize in. My job is to get your emotional heart, your emotional wound, and basically like a plumber, get the junk out so that you can walk in freedom and that you can walk in healing and wholeness. You see, wholeness, it's about you being whole, but in your spirit, in your soul, and in your body. It's time you ran your race and started to pursue happiness according to what it is that I'm sharing today. Well, thanks for watching Hope Rope Church. Once again, the pursuit of happiness is something that we're all pursuing together as the human race. If you need more information, or if you want to find out more about what we do and how I teach, why don't you visit our website, www.hoperopechurch.com.au, and follow the links. If you need to send me an email, don't forget to send me an email. If it's a hate one, don't worry, I've got special people, special forces looking at those ones. But thanks for watching Hope Rope Church. My name is Pastor Susanna Brown.